Okay, we are here. Let's get ready to kill stuff. And not our old turrets, preferably. So it'd be nice to get robots soon. Really don't have enough ammo, huh? Alright, so let's use this and see where they're going. We'll just add a couple more in this area here, and then we'll add some over here because they seem to attack there as well. And then that way, even if they get through this, it's not going to be a big deal because they'll come here and get killed by all those guys. Just like it happened last time, so... Sounds good to me. Double this up. We'll triple it up, why not? And we'll repair this wall. Good to go. So we could leave this for now, but I think it'd be in our best interest to kill off the biters. So let's go and do that. There are quite a few. Let's bring a pole out here and give us a radar. Pretty close. Pretty close. Alright. Let's set up our inventory again for this stuff. Get our fish out. We have a nice supply of 50 fish or anything that we run into. Gonna be our back line. And I should also probably wall these guys off. These guys are getting pretty strong. Again, we do have the energy armor, so we should be better off than we were last time. But these guys, again, are stronger than before, so... The question is going to be, is the energy armor enough or not? So far, it's looking to be helpful. Not as helpful as I'd like, but it's definitely helpful. We have 2 energy armors on us, so hopefully that'll be good. We managed to kill this base without too much trouble. Didn't even need to dip into our fish fund. And we can tank all these biters, so neat. And the energy respawns a lot faster than our normal HP, so it's a lot more convenient. Okay, rather than picking up every little thing, we'll just keep going. Yeah, we'll take our engine out. And then we'll pick up everything even though we keep going. So let's take a look at what we're working with. So, not much, actually. Small worms. Not bad at all, other than the large army that's here. I think we're not too far in the hole here. Balls out here. Alright, so we'll try to aggro this large group and then kill them off. Fortunately, our grenades are still pretty strong. So, just use that to get rid of most of these guys. Medium worm. Quite a number of grenades that we use there, but definitely worth it. And look, we're barely even being hurt by these guys. Alright. So, I guess ideally we would want to get rid of all the biters that we can find here. But, you know, we don't necessarily have to. We can just get rid of these frontliners and then leave the rest for later. But I guess for my sanity, I'd better just get rid of all of them now. Yeah, there's a lot of biters over there. The one thing we might want to consider is actually moving our wall from here to here. This is a less. You can see this cliff is here, and it covers pretty much half of the playing field here. So we'd have less to cover. We would have to check if this goes all the way to the wall, because if there's a one tile there, that'd suck. But if it does go all the way to the wall, I think we definitely want to move our wall to right here. Oh, darn it. That sucks. So that's not the case. They can get up through here. So that's really unfortunate. I kill these worms before they kill my turrets. Go. Alright, not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, these medium biters are pretty difficult to kill with just my submachine gun that I have. But fortunately they don't do too much damage to me, so I can kind of just ignore them. Thank you for grouping up so closely together. Makes my job a lot easier. Alright, so looks like walling up right here is out of the question. It still might be worth my time to wall up here and then just have a small contingency of turrets right here, but we already have this over here set up and it's closer to my base, so I'm fine with leaving it as is. And by the time we come back here and trying to clear out all these guys again, we should be fairly strong and should be able to get through these guys pretty quickly. Because we'll have better armor, we'll have better defenses, all that jazz. We just want to get rid of these guys now so they don't bug us too much. We are running out of ammo, so that is something to consider. Okay. I wasn't sure if we had energy because we had the green bar, but good to go. Please, please stop this madness. The slows are too much. We're quickly running out of ammo. But we managed to kill a lot of the worms there, so this next run should be pretty easy. At least I'm hoping. Let's not run into the goop. That'd be silly and counterintuitive to to living. Counterproductive, that is. Okay, we still have 100 grenades to work with. Ooh. Personally, I don't take too much damage from my own grenades. I do take damage, but I don't take so much damage that I have to worry about it as much as I would think. I'm gonna get away from here. Yeah, see how long it takes to kill those medium biters? It is quite ridiculous. Ridiculous, even. Well, kill off these guys. Quick break and view our progress. Yeah, we have not saved before we did this, and that's because I knew we would get through it, just like before. That's exactly why we didn't do it before, and that's exactly why we didn't do it just until now. And we are very much in trouble here, but made it out. We were surrounded and in goop. The worst combination of things. We're gonna come up from the top, and hopefully we won't have as much goop and things to run through. Right. Again, the main thing that we're trying to get rid of here is the worms. The worms are our main adversary when we're trying to kill these bases, because they're the ones who produce the goop, mostly, and they're the ones who have the range and do the most damage generally. So, and they're the goop is a slow, and the slow is pretty much what kills us here. Look at that. I'd appreciate it if you just let me get my health back and my shields and everything. Let me go see if we can find some fish in here. I don't think we need it. We haven't really been using too much, but it doesn't hurt, certainly. Look at all this carnage. Just been throwing my grenades. I wanted to get closer and kill more things with my grenades, but as long as we kill a worm, we are doing good work. Oh, we are out of grenades. This is a problem. And this is exactly why we set up those turrets earlier. Get back here and into relative safety. Alright, so we're out of grenades, which means we're out of things to kill worms and such with, so we'll have to retreat for now. I'm not going to keep these turrets here because they just fire and they would run out of ammo pretty quickly and just die. So there's no reason to have them up there. So we managed to clear out this entire area over here that you can see on the map. So I'm pretty content with that for now. We could go back and grab some nades and then come back and kill the rest of the bases. And we might want to do that, but I'm alright. I think I'll leave it for now, and if they start coming back in big numbers, then we can come back and kill them. It's nighttime anyways, and we ran out of batteries, so I guess it was a good time for us to run out of grenades. Let's check the paths now. We actually don't see any, because I guess our pollution isn't up to that point yet. Where those guys are. It isn't. Neat. Rock. I just healed my car, and then I ran into a rock, and I have to heal it again. Alright, so let's go expand our copper production. And then from there we can actually start making stuff again. Let's continue our progress. We haven't made real progress in quite a while. We made like sideways progress. It does look like the copper that we made has already been enough for our production here. Let's go check out how much we have in the chest. That's almost full. What I'm going to do is add another chest. That's how we do things here. Neat. We're good on plastic, good on circuits, good on copper. So this is running full time. Good to see. Good to see. So from here, I still want to increase the amount of copper that we're making, even though this is pretty full and we're backed up. Because what we want to do now, eventually at least, is make another circuit area and have the circuits that are made in that area for everything else that we're going to need to make. And from there, we'll also need to start automating blue science, which means we'll need engine units automated and all that. So we need to start working on that. I want to not make anything else in this area, and we would actually like to clean this up. And just have this be a smelting area. Now that we have our iron and everything set up, we should be good to go. We can add to these belts and make it a proper bus line. But I will do that once we have robots. So robots is kind of the next on the list after, or on the macro side of the list at least. Alright, so I'm looking at this and our current setup does not really allow us to add too many more to the copper here. So I will be procrastinating and leave that till later. Because I don't feel like we need to do more at the current moment. But we will in the future. Right, so I'm going to take these belts and put them in here because I do want a good stock of red belts. And having a full chest of them is ideal for us here. Okay, let's pick up some more blue inserters. And we should really make more stack inserters because if I remember correctly, we never actually fixed the ones over here. Because It actually doesn't look like it matters, which is kind of amusing. Because we're not mining quick enough for this to back up, and the fast inserters are doing their job well enough that these aren't being, you don't see ore being backed up here. So I guess we'll just leave that be for now. Let's put the science in here, and we can finally finish our advanced electronic research and work on something new. Let's figure out what we need to make for the flying robot frames. It's gonna be steel, batteries, and electric engine units. Yikes. So we absolutely need to start automating engines. So let's work on that. So we need steel, we need iron gear wheels, and we need pipes. Again, we'd like to start our production area over here, if possible. And it can even extend to over here if we need to. Because it doesn't look like this is going to be enough room. We'll just have another circuit area, and then we'll just have this to work with, really. We still have all of this space to work with if we want to. But again, we'd like to move it over there first. So we have quite a number of batteries going. Our sulfuric acid's good. Our sulfur is backed up. Petroleum gas is full again. This is quite something to see. Let's remove one of these heavy oil cracking things. We don't need it anymore. Then that means we can also remove a couple of the storage tanks, just to clean it up a little bit, make it look a little bit nicer. So out of these, an exoskeleton. Can't make them yet, but why not? Out of the other things that we want, let's do roboboards actually. We can actually make these now, and at least have that with us without making too many robots. Pick up this. Also gonna pick up this. Be good to go. We can remove that, because we don't need to make any more lubricants. And then, so we might actually want to make our engines right here, because we have our lubricant right here, and we need lubricant for the advanced engines. So we should consider doing that. We can always move this solid fuel stuff somewhere else. It doesn't need to be here. We can move it down even if we wanted to. I'd like to get rid of some of these also if possible. We can get rid of this one. It will flow into here. Get rid of this one. But it doesn't hurt to have it there, so that's fine. I got rid of this one because it's kind of in the way. Okay, so again, we want to get our engines automated. So let's do that. We're going to want a steel line coming through here. Let's get a steel line coming. The question is, do we want to put the steel line in the middle? Because we have enough room for two in between ones. Well, I guess one in between one, because we need to leave enough room for underground belts. I'm just testing this out to make sure our length is good enough. So if we did this, if we had one steel line in the middle, we would be able to do this just fine, it looks like. So, looks good for me. I'm going to put a single steel belt in the middle. We might want to might not want to do that though, because I think we're going to want more steel. And if we have two steel lines not together, that wouldn't look good, you know? We don't want that. So what we could do is we could have the steel on top of the iron, which is certainly doable. We have enough room. We left enough room for that. And I'm thinking about it. So give me a second. Do I want to do that or do I not? I think what I want to do is I'm going to actually just have the one steel line in the middle for now, and then use that. And then once we have enough steel to get two going, we can make this middle one something else, and then put another steel line up top. I think that is how I'm going to do it. Let me just make sure one more time that this is possible. Or when I say possible, I mean we can do it without worrying about space, and we can. Good to go. Let's set her up. So it's one away from the bottom one. You just want to keep that consistent so we're not messing up our thing here. Okay, there we go. And we are bringing our steel along for the ride. We have a lot of steel already in chests, so we can just bring that to, or we can add that to this line and then we'll have it saturated pretty quickly. So that is going to be the plan. All right. And then from there we can do all the things that we want to do. Thinking about it, I probably should have made the line up one instead of here, because I'm not going to make anything above it. Everything's pretty much going below it. So that would mean that if I put a splitter, I would have to, I can't do this because I'd have the copper line coming this way and that wouldn't work. So I really needed to put it one above instead of one below. Sucks, but that's fine. We can still maneuver around it. It's just not gonna be as pretty. All right. Also, we have never converted these. Probably do that. Now we should have even more steel coming out. That exciting. that's good to go. Let's start our next research. I suppose will be the exoskeleton. Or the power armor. Let's get started on that. I think that's more important. We should have enough for both in the long run, so it really doesn't matter. Alright, so we're going to make our engines right here. At least that's the plan. So, that means we'll need steel. We'll need the iron, and then we'll turn the iron from iron into gear wheels and pipes. We've done this before. Let's see if we remember how we did it. We're gonna try to make the most out of our space. Gonna be doing some of this. And yeah, remember what I was saying about the copper line? We can always just put an underground belt across. So, no harm done. There we go. We have our iron, we have our steel. Now we just gotta make our products and we'll be good to go. But how do we want to set this up? So steel is already made, but we still need to make iron gear wheels and pipes. And we're going to want to have at least like 5 or 6 engine assembly machines being made at a time. So that means, let's see. Each engine takes 10 seconds to make. And the gear wheels and pipes should take 5.5 seconds, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so both are 0.5 seconds. So we need 2 pipes, so that's going to be a second each, and then 1 gear wheel. So 1 gear wheel machine will be enough for 10 engines. So we'll make that 5 because we're going to include the buffer in it. And then we'll just double that for the pipes, and that should be good. So nice and easy. We'll have a gear wheel. We'll have pipes. Output here. Bring it up. No, bring it up. Down. Round. And then we should have gear wheels on one side and pipes on the other. And again, if we are doing our calculations correctly, this should be enough for 10 engines, and we're gonna say that's 5 engines. Get rid of all these now. Nearest power pole is over here somewhere. Neato. So that's the line that we need for that. We'll start our engines here. We'll probably have to move this pipe and then have this be our exit for that pipe. Let's see if there's a better way to do this, because we need to have both sides of the assembly machine covered, with one is a steel and one is the other two. We could have it vertically, something like this, but we wouldn't be able to get 5 out there. What I think I'm gonna do this. We'll output the engines over here, and then we can bring the lubricant around. It's not the prettiest of things, and I know I've said it a lot, but we don't care too much about that. As long as it's functional, we'll be good to go. We'll have to output our engine right here. We'll have to move that power pole, but not a big deal. All right. Looks good. So looks like we have automated our engines. So now what do we need for electric engine units? We need circuits, we need lubricant, and we need engines. So we have our lubricant right here. We have our engines right here. So where are we going to get our circuits? We have circuits over here, but that's supposedly for our dedicated red circuit area. This shouldn't use too many circuits. So we might be able to get away with splitting this off for now until we make our dedicated or our alternative circuit making area. But let's just do that for now. We'll split this off and bring it over. And then let's see. I think four seems good enough for electric engine unit. Take 10 seconds to make, these take 10 seconds to make. So technically we should have 6, but I'll keep it to 4. The extra engine units here can be used for blue science production. So scratch that. We'll make 3 advanced engines, and then the rest are going to go into blue science somewhere, wherever I make that. I already have two of the ingredients right here, and then our third one's down here. So let's grab our circuits. You guys weren't convinced that we didn't have enough spaghetti before. We probably are getting to that point where we're getting that spaghetti. That day. Just not long enough. Trying to keep these straight. No, looks a little bit nicer that way. And if we have these closer to other lines that are already going around, it looks a little bit cleaner, even if it's not. How we trick people. Looks like we need to upgrade to our this. I need that. That. We don't have any iron with us. Fortunately, there's a line right here we can grab some from. Right, so we have made our twos here so we can make our advanced engines. Whoops. So for this, we're going to need to put our lubricant in here and then our engines in as well. Should be able to just bring a lubricant line up through here. Here. I'm thinking of how we should be doing this. Because I kind of want to put a splitter right here, actually. I think instead of fast inserters, we should use long-handed inserters. I make this a little bit easier to work on. Maybe. We'll see. So, a little bit of that. That. Put our splitter down. Oop. That didn't work. There you go. Just turned it, so therefore it doesn't go into the splitter. Oh no, so much spaghetti. This is terrible. We just wanted to look nice and we're running into all these issues. Alright, so that means that we're going to cut this off. Move this down a little bit. So we have a little bit more space to work with. Alright. There we go. So we should be making advanced engines now, assuming that we are making engines quick enough. I'll put these into HS as per usual. Alright, so we managed to automate engines and also electric engines. Advanced engine, what are these called? Electric engine units, yeah. So that's good. We managed to use up this space here as well. We can move this down and leave us a little bit more space for whatever we might need. We have engines here to work with as well. The engines we're going to need for the blue science, so we'll probably need to automate or move this somewhere as well. If we're going to bring our science over to this side, we're going to need to figure out where we want to make all of those things again. Alternatively, what we could do is take the lazy way out and just make our blue science right here, keep it in a chest, and then eventually once we get bots, the bots can bring them over to our science area, and that will work out. Because I mean, we have it working here. We don't necessarily need to move it, although we should. Because I'm a little worried about the space over here. If we had a little bit more space to work with, I would definitely just move everything all the way over here. But I mean, we have this coal patch here, we have the stone here. It's a little concerning about how we're going to do this. I mean, we could just continue the belt onward past the train tracks and move it over here. And that wouldn't be the worst thing. But that would mean a lot of dead product on the belt here, which is questionable, you know. Could be a bad thing, could be okay. Probably go and fix those guys up before we lose them. How's the biter? Oh, they've returned in full force, looks like. They already have two more bases there. Darn you, biters. Why don't you just stay dead? At least we have our engines being automated now, so we can get our blue science whenever we want to, instead of having to do all this again. Alright, so let's put these into our labs, and then I guess we can go head on over there and kill the rest of those bases. We're just making some incremental progress in our base, and then, you know, bouncing back and forth. We can grab this ammo. We have the turrets already. That coal in there. And so I'll put that down. And we should be making a lot of pollution through this, so it's starting to get concerned about this side. I keep saying this, but you know, I feel like we should be attacked soon on this side, but surprisingly the pollution doesn't go that far, you know. We're still within our visible area thanks to our radars, so I guess we don't have to worry about it. Neat. Our energy is doing okay. We're using about 2/3 of our energy currently, so seems to be well enough for now. And you can look at our iron on this side. It's quite pitiful, so it's a good thing that we got our train set up, because we only have 5 mining now. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. Queue up some more splitters. Can never have enough splitters. Am I right? Alright, so looks like we're ready to go. We have a good amount of science being queued up already. So by the time we are done with our expedition here, we should still be making stuff. Let's grab a good amount of grenades. Work with, and let's head over. Anything else we need? We have our turrets. We have another radar if we want to place one down. We have ammo. We have grenades. We have fish. We're good. Alright, so let's... Since we're switching this so often, let's definitely start actually using our tool belts how they're supposed to be used. We have all this neat functionality in the game that we didn't have before. Might as well use them, right? So was I just ignoring the good work our devs are doing? Fish, where are the fish? Is there anything else I want to add here? Walls. Walls to number 1. Alright, cool. Car, where are you? Are you in my inventory, car? Car. Here, there you are. Alright. Round 2 for these bases. Here we go. Sorry, radar. We'll fill you up eventually. Once we get robots. Come on. Yeah, we don't have to worry about the train. Oh, we're actually backed up on iron now. Nice. We still don't have the second sorters with us though. Oh well. Alright, we're here. Looks like our turrets have been doing pretty good work. We haven't lost too much in the struggle here. Gonna heal everything up and then we'll go take on our foes here. Alright, let's save. And let's go. Good enough. Is that like that? Grenades on 4 instead. Oh, we're close to dying. Turrets, what are you guys doing? I was counting on you guys and you guys were not saving me. Very disappointed in you turrets. Those just medium biters. So our grenades should still be able to handle them well enough. Please die. Thank you. one base out of the way. Let's kill this base. We got a couple more worms. We'll just leave the turrets that we have up there, because I'm too lazy to go pick them up right now. Alright, that went pretty well. Killed all the things. Now we can go and pick them up, because we're going to need them for our next base here that we're going to siege. So hopefully we'll be able to clean out all these guys. It's a little scary that we haven't explored so far to see the entire base there. We're hoping it just kind of ends, you know, here. But it could be like, even, it could be double that size, you know, or triple that size even. But we'll tackle that when it comes. Get there. So, down our ammo. Our turrets, I mean. Look at the guys that are there. That should be the biggest amount that we'll ever see. And then we'll launch our salvo of grenades, killing all these worms in the process. Was not too bad. Not die. We definitely want to maximize our usage of grenades in terms of like where we're doing damage. So if possible, we'd like to attack more than one base at a time, more than one worm at a time. You know, basic grenade stuff. No reason to be using grenades if we're not attacking multiple things at once, right? That's rookie work. Just in case. Alright. Went rather well. These guys don't want me to get close to them. But can't stop me. To do. Let me use my grenades to kill one target. Completely contrary to what I was just talking about. Yeah, the normal rounds are definitely leave something to be desired for the killing these medium biters. Alright, 2 bases down. Go pick up our turrets while we wait for our HP to come back, and then let's tackle this top base. They expanded quite fast, so I think if we were to leave right now, we'd have to do the same thing in 30 minutes or so. So I am going to invest our time into killing everything that we can see. Hopefully it won't go poorly. They have a nice position. They have some cliffs that are there. Hopefully that's more to my advantage than theirs, but since they're defending, it's mostly theirs. Alright, so we have medium worm, good amount of medium worms, but also a good amount of nests, so that shouldn't be as bad because they're all pretty close together. So spam click my grenades and hope for the best. But we're also clicking inside of this green circle, otherwise we will not be shooting grenades. Alright, let's go through this choke. So it's 2 grenades to kill the medium biters. Not too bad. We have to make sure that we're not only focusing on the biters that are coming after us, because these guys they respawn rather quickly, and it'd just be a war of attrition at that rate. We'd use up all our grenades and bad things will happen. Oh. Okay, I'm clicking my fish. Even when I don't need to. I'd rather not die. And in spirit of that, let's save. Wait for our energy to come back up while we heal stuff. So sound is interesting in this game because if we're zoomed out like this, we don't hear too much. But if we're zoomed in, everything gets much louder. And unfortunately, we can't zoom in too much because then we wouldn't be able to see what's going on. Even though we'd like to hear the action. Gonna chill out, get our health back a little bit. I think we've killed a decent amount of their base. And everything we kill makes it a lot easier to continue, because that means there's less biters on me, less worms that we have to worry about, less goop, all that junk. So get to it. Oof. We're starting to use up the fish. Okay, let's take a reprieve here, because there's a lot more biters coming at me for some reason than I was expecting. Oh, that's gonna be something, huh? We got stuck standing in one place for too long. Thanks, we're almost out of grenades already. I want to get those flamethrowers up and running, huh? What do we need for flamethrowers anyways? Completely forgot. Oh, we never actually researched them, so I guess that wasn't an option to begin with. Well, too bad. Actually, not too bad. Or it's not too expensive to make. If we run out of grenades, we might want to consider making those. Let's see if this goes up. I don't know if we have any military science in there or not. Looks like we do not. That's a little unfortunate. It is nighttime, and therefore we are not getting any energy for our energy shield. We're just gonna chill out for a little bit. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go and see if we can grab some power poles, bring it forward a little bit, and bring a radar over here, just so we can see what we're working with against. We have 103 grenades left. I forgot how many we started with, probably like 500, 600. So I'm thinking we definitely don't have enough to tackle this large cluster of fighters there. So if we leave out. If we continue this line of power poles, we should be fine. The biters shouldn't attack them unless we put down a radar, which is what we're going to be doing. So what we could do is after we leave this area, we'll just take the radar away, and these should stay up. And if they don't, I mean, it's not the biggest deal in the world. We can just put them back up. I just want to get a better idea of what's going on. Getting a little scary. We're getting kind of close to them. So I want to grab their aggro just yet, really, but all right. So this is the extent of what we're looking at. I guess fortunately. This will be a decent area to wall off. So once we clear out this area, we can make a good defense for anything else to the right of this. We'll just wall off right here. Oh, this is not a cliff. It is though, and put some walls here, some turrets on the cliff just in case. We have a nice waterway here, and it seems like it goes on here. Hopefully there's no way through this way, but if that's the case, then, you know, we just wall this here and we're good to go. Neat. I'm gonna pick up this so it doesn't make them want to attack there yet. So the daytime again. Don't really have that much energy according to our indicator here. But we'll see if we can do some damage. Just really want to kill these worms. There are quite a number of guys here. Really not expecting this many to attack us. Are they coming from the other base? Is that what's happening here? It doesn't seem like there's that many to produce this many biters, you know? Okay, I want to stop using all of our grenades, so I'll bring them to our turrets here. Uh-oh, uh-oh. We gonna make it? Okay, we made it. That was dangerous. Okay, we got an autosave, so that's good. We're at 47 grenades and 19 fish. I am stuck. I am very stuck. We are dead. And that's fortunate that we just got that autosave. I'm gonna say that's partly the reason why I want Rambo there. That is the truth though. So we'll take this a little bit slowly, more slowly at least. We have a decent amount of ammo, so we can take our time a little bit with this, but the moment we run out of grenades is pretty much the moment we can't continue anymore, so should try to conserve when possible. $22 left. I think we might be able to clear out this section. Maybe not this entire portion though. It sucks because the goop that's here is kind of preventing us from continuing properly, I think. So we're gonna have to wait a little bit. Hopefully this can will go away. Some of it has. I'm still kind of surprised by the amount of biters that are coming after us when we come over here, because there's not that many bases, but they're all medium-sized, so it's taking us a while to get through this. And they surround us, and then we have to step back and we don't die. Our priority here is going to be the bases, just so we don't have to deal with this. Seven more grenades that we have, and nothing looks hurt. So I think that's going to be the end of this. I don't think I can continue here. So let's pick these up, and we'll come back in a little bit. I think we should come back soon, because we saw how quickly they expanded last time. If possible, we'd like to prevent that from happening again. The pollution doesn't hit them yet though, so we should be okay for a little bit. Alright, so I guess that was a good time to end, because it's nighttime again, so no energy. You can see that it's not recharging. And we're about to get through our crafting stuff, so I guess perfect timing on all accounts. Let's just hope that they don't come back too soon. Make a little bit more progress in our base, and hopefully make enough progress that we can get better armor and all that jazz.